Okay, so in this video we'll be looking at measures of dispersion. So the various characteristics under this is the range, standard deviation, and variance. Okay. Then we are still going to use the same iris dataset we used in the last video. Okay. So we've gone through these steps already. I required my package, choose the dataset I want to use, I viewed it, then I choose the specific column I want to use for this analysis. So we are going with the same column, which is the very first column. Okay, now for the range, we just use the function range and we type in the variable name containing our dataset. Okay. So in this case, mine is sepal length. So the response or the output you are going to get is going to be the minimum value and the maximum value. Okay. And as usual, if you want the range, you just subtract the minimum from the maximum. Okay. So in this case, it will be 7.9 minus the 4.3. Okay. So supposing you don't want to go through this procedure, but you would want to get the final answer. That is where you go by line 16. Okay. So this one is asking you to find the maximum value in a particular data set. Okay, and this one is the minimum value. Okay, so in actual fact, it's going to find the maximum minus the minimum value here. Okay, so let's run that line and see what we have. You can clearly see 3.6 here, and it's also the same as subtracting the 4.3 from the 7.9. Okay, so that is it for the range. If you want the standard deviation, we go by this approach, use the SD function, and again we type in the name we've given to our dataset here in the brackets, then hit on run, we have our answer. Same for variance, use the var function, then open a bracket and write in the variable name we've assigned to our dataset. Okay. And as an assignment or as a homework, try and find out the type of standard deviation and variance that is being computed here. We know we have population variance and sample variance. Okay, so find out if the variance computed here is the sample variance or the population variance. Okay, so that is it on how to compute the measures of dispersion or variation.